Hi, Jonah.
We begin by taking a look at tensions between Russia and Ukraine, this time over the gas deal.
That's right. Now, in only 3 days, Russia's inflated Ukraine's gas price twice, totaling 80%. Now, on Monday, Moscow raised the price. It said unpaid bills lay behind that first rise of 85 euros per 1,000 cubic meters. Thursday's hike brings the cost to almost 354 euros for that volume, far higher than the average price in the European Union. Ukraine's prime minister criticized the move and said his country's being unfairly targeted. Let's take a listen.
Немає жодних причин
There are no reasons for Russia to increase the gas price to Ukraine,
ціну на газ для України з 260
except for one,
до 460,
and that's politics.
окрім однієї політичної.
Now on to Spain, where a steady drop in consumer prices has sparked fears of deflation.
That's right. In March, Spain said consumer prices fell the sharpest they've fallen in 1 month since 2009. Now, deflation is dangerous because people often stop spending money, assuming that prices will drop further, hoping they can get more value for their buck. But less spending also hurts any chance of a recovery. Our correspondent Sarah Morris in Madrid takes a look at some of the hurdles facing the Spanish economy.
At Anton Martin Market in Madrid, stall owners and their customers don't need to look at national statistics to realise prices are falling.
I can confirm that prices are lower. I can also confirm that we're selling less. These little fish, for example, I used to get 14 to 15 euros a kilo. Today they're at 9,80 euros.
You also see the difference with fruit and vegetables. Not long ago, I was buying 5 kilos of potatoes for €5. Today, I can find them at €2.75.
Prices have slipped 0.2% over the last year. That might sound good news for hard-up Spaniards, but it's worrying many here.
It's pretty clear that spending is falling. We're adjusting prices as much as we can, but we can't put them down anymore. We're already on minimal margins.
What's happening in the market could be an early warning sign of a country entering a deflationist spiral. Sky-high unemployment, falling prices. Companies aren't hiring workers fast enough. This specialist thinks there's a 35% chance Spain could finish up in deflation.
We think the risk is sufficiently high to take steps immediately. Deflation is really just an undercover way of raising interest rates. Money is more expensive, and so anyone with a debt to pay back has to pay back more now than when they took the loan out. So the danger is that Spain might not be able to pay back its debt.
This economist shares the concerns of the Bank of Spain, which has called on the European Central Bank to lower interest rates as a safeguard. So far, in vain.
And William, how are the markets doing today?
Trading just getting underway here in Europe. So far, things are up across the board. The DAX, the CAC 40, and the FTSE in the positive territory. But many of the markets, along with Asia, are waiting for a much-anticipated U.S. jobs report. Out in Asia, the Nikkei and Kospi both closed down despite strong recent performance. I think it's safe to say that markets around the world are eagerly awaiting what data comes out of the U.S. about new jobs.
Now, this jobs report comes out every month, but the markets will be looking at this one very closely. What makes this one so different, William?
Well, some analysts are saying that this is some of the most heavily watched economic data in the world. The data is one of those ones that focuses on the non-farm payrolls and expected to increase 200,000 this month. That would be up from 25,000 in February. U.S. data has been disappointing, supposedly because of a harsh winter. Now, markets want to see steady job growth, and if the report's too positive, it could force the U.S. Federal Reserve to speed up its tapering of bonds, and that would mean bad news for stocks. But if the report is worse than expected, then it could point to a fundamental weakness within the economy.
Now, staying in the U.S., web browser Mozilla is looking for a new boss. What happened to the old one?
Well, Mozilla chief executive Brendan Eich has stepped down. This after online dating service OkCupid urged a boycott of the company's web browser because of a donation he made in 2008 to opponents of gay marriage. Gay activists applauded the move, though many in the technology community said that this was a mistake since he was the inventor of the programming language JavaScript and the co-founder of Mozilla.
And finally, Afghans go to the polls Saturday to elect a new president. One of the biggest challenges facing the new leader will be the struggling economy.
That's right. Now, international agencies agree that the economy is broken and voters want it fixed. Agriculture represents 1/4 of the GDP and employs 80% of the population. So it's a sector that's vital to the economy, but also vulnerable to climate variations. But security and corruption remain the largest issues, both of which have direct effects on the economy. Foreign investment has been slowly pulling out of the country. The U.S. Congress estimates GDP growth slowed from about 14% in 2012 to an estimated 3 to 4% for 2013. So reforms and instilling confidence will be the chief task for whoever wins a poll.
William Hildebrandt reporting there with the business news this morning. Thank you very much, William, for joining us on set. Now I turn my attention to Florence Villamino, who's back on set now.